What's up, gamers and gearheads? Brutality here. Welcome to another Coalition Report where I give you all the latest news that's happening in the Gears of War community. First up, Game Informer posts their top 25 games from the Xbox 360. They have a few posts under the heading End of an Era. They also asked devs what their top 5 games were, which is really cool and interesting to read. Anyway, Gears of War 2 comes in at number 23 on the list. And nope, no other Gears of War games were mentioned, so clearly this person was drunk when writing this article. What came in at number 1? Red Dead Redemption. A community member posts a video to Phil Spencer mentioning the, quote, Marcus Phoenix collection, which the community has dubbed as a collection of the Gears of War games, kind of like the Halo collection. What was really cool to see is Phil Spencer just kind of gave a nod to the video and says that he likes to see support from the Gears of War community. We have a new post from our Director of Community Engagement. We have Step 2, who wants to address the events and playlists that have been going on. Some of the problems they've been having, they know they pulled some of the events, but he says that he wants to be transparent with this, and they pulled them for good reasons. They're learning how to keep things new and interesting, and the playlist also gave them a lot of data. And I just wanted to pull this quote from what he posted. He says, "I'm making a personal commitment to providing ongoing fun and unique events for everyone who's a Gears player now while we work on making the future Gears of War experience." He also goes on to say that he's a big fan of sharing the inside scoop as much as he can. So I'm just really happy to see that he is being forward and upfront with the community. It's just great to see that, so I just wanted to mention that. Also on the forums, there was a proposed new player efficiency rating. Now this is a proposed point system for the upcoming Gears, and what it's going to do is it's going to replace the kill-death ratio, which is an indication of individual player skill. Now, of course, we know KD is not really an indication on Gears of War as how good of a player he is, or even the ranking system for that matter. So basically what this player efficiency rating is going to do is it takes being offensive and a team player into account more than KD. Downs and assists are more significant, and you're even rewarded for surviving a down. So time spent alive and time being a team player with downs and assists, revives, and things like that are taken more into account. You can look in the description for the link and look at all of the goodness on there. It's a very thorough post if you guys want to look at it. So let me know what you guys think of this new player efficiency rating. Do you agree with it, or would you rather stick with KD? Now let's move on to the competitive end of Gears of War. I forgot to mention last week, I did have the news but forgot to mention it. Dispensa has now joined Team Throwdown in place of Mental. If you remember, Mental left Throwdown, says, I think I'm gonna quit Gears of War for a while, just need a break, but then was like, uh-oh, just kidding, I'm teaming with Praised. Also new on the team front is Noxious leaving Synergy. Yes, the quote-unquote black sheep, I'm quoting that. That's my quote, unquote. The black sheep of Synergy, is he leaving? According to a few of his tweets, he's tired of teammates Nasty not showing up for scrims and practices, and there seemed to have been a little small argument between the team. Just a day or so before that, Strangulate had tweeted that they are looking for a 5th, a sub that could fill in during scrims. But understandably, that's not filling the void for Noxious. Now just a little bit of news on the tournament front. As far as competitive goes, Subject Matters will be hosting a 4v4 Hype Redemption tournament. And as mentioned on the last episode, and as you remember, we had an interview with Caddis Frisky about the 2v2 It Takes Two tournament. Team Logic, who is composed of Summons and Lancers, actually won over Mental and Clouts. I asked Kat a little bit about the tournament. She said the 2v2 tourney ran as smooth as butter. We can't wait to see how many teams we get for the Cruel Summer tournament as we prepare for Summer Jam. And that, folks, is all the news I have from last week. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Until the cog turns again, we'll have some more news for you next time.